and high potential franchise business opportunities from across the industry. Over the past 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunities and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India, as the world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to make sure your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders and the key stakeholders, understanding the business opportunities in detail, and openly ask all sort of questions that you would have related to franchising, investment, the growth before you take the actual decision. In today's webinar, we will talk about an opportunity with a brand called Railingo. Railingo is a premium architectural metal solution brand that specializes in metal doors, designing railings, facades, partitions, and bespoke metal architecture products for residential and commercial spaces. Incorporated in 2021, Railingo was created to organize and scale India's highly fragmented metal fabrication industry by replacing inconsistent on-site fabrication with factory-engineered, design-led, ready-to-install system. Railingo offers franchise business opportunities for entrepreneurs, architects, and construction professionals who want to participate in the fast-growing organized building solution market. The franchise model is asset-light and sales-driven, with centralized design, manufacturing, quality control, and logistic handled by the brand themselves. To talk more about this, we have a panel. I'm joined with both the co-founders. So we have Nikhil and Aditya, along with Mihir, who's heading this sales and marketing for this brand, and also have my colleague. We have Prakhanigam, who's handling this brand, who's leading this brand, business expansion. He is the key account manager, and we also have Nikita. Nikita is the strategy consultant from Frankoff. So before I invite maybe Nikhil or Aditya can take the lead, but I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to ask your questions related to the brand and the business. In case if you would like to ask any question, my request is to please keep on posting it into the Q&A box, and we will take them up once the presentation is over. Now maybe Nikhil or Aditya can take the lead. Let's get started with your personal introduction. Also about the brand, what your plan is for the next 5 to 10 years, how you started, the USP, what actually you wanted to solve the problem. So let's get started. Maybe Nikhil or Aditya, you can take the lead.
Yeah, from here I will take the leads.
All right.
Good morning for everyone. And we are introducing to Railingo on the franchisee panel now. And we are very happy to just have a strategic collaborations with Franchise India. And yes, we found this Railingo in 2021. Why? Because we are also from this industry from last 18 years. Me as an architect who was just practicing in the space designing, found a lot of gaps in the metal products to refinement and their execution on the sites. So that is why we come up with the solutions for the factory made and the highly engineered product, which is the metal products. And here we are just serving on the end-to-end solutions for the customers. People liking so much, and the solutions is just really centric for the Indian household problems. And this solutions is for the architects and the designers as well, who are just design well, but they also looking for the complete customization in the product. We consider ourselves as a hardcore manufacturer because we understand the product, psychology, because we are a product designer as well. And this product is completely for Indian condition as well, if as per the Indian needs and as per the Indian conditions. Aditya?
Yeah. Hello. Hi. My name is Aditya. I'm co-founder of Railingo. So, as Nikhil told, he's absolutely right. So, we found certain gaps in the market regarding this in particular industry where people aim for a beautiful house, but when it comes to making the house, the journey is very difficult. So, we contribute them finding the best products such as doors, also giving end-to-end solutions, so they can just come order and we will deliver the complete door, so they do not have to worry about carpenter hardware. Everything is factory made. Also, in India, making a home is not just a construction product, it's a dream that people build, spending maybe of their years of hard work, and they just make it maybe once or twice in their life. So for them, it's very precious, and we just contribute in their dreams. This is what Trilingo stands out.
Great, thanks a lot, both the co-founders. I think let's get started with the formal presentation, Nikta.
Sure, Bharat. Thank you, Nikhil and Aditya, for the brief introduction over the brand. Uh, I will be basically, Railingo has two major offerings in the franchise business. First is the combined verticals, which entails the aluminum premium range of aluminum doors. Plus, there's another range which is into steel doors, which is more focused towards economies of scale and targets the larger audience with a lower price range. I will first present the deck of combined verticals. Just one second.
Yeah, it is visible. Let's get back to the first page.
That was steel doors. Just one second. Okay, so as the name suggests, and I briefly explained that combined verticals, the option combined verticals enables any franchise partner to take the franchise outlet of Railingo, which will offer both aluminum doors as well as steel doors in the market. And as per the company's policy, the company is the basically Railingo is the one of a kind doors manufacturer, which is primarily design led, system driven, and scalable. Um they have multiple architectural offerings apart from doors as well, but for franchising, they are only currently considering steel and aluminum doors. Nikhil and Aditya, whichever part you want to take up in the presentation, you can just tell me. I will stop by.
Yeah. So when we talk about the Railingo in the previous slide, uh,
Mhm.
yeah, you can just open the previous one. Yeah, in which the story is there. Yes, this page.
Okay.
So how we started, like in 2019, we were facing problem. Me myself was making home. Right. So we just face some of the problem in finding the best product. In general, when people are making their homes, so they just scroll Pinterest and other platforms for design visualization. So from there, this problem arises, and we just try to solve that problem. Before our firm, other firm, Srija Durga Enterprises, was in the metal industry from last 15 years, you can say. So also, we just collaborated with the firm Arcline, who was headed by the Nikhil. So they were doing really good projects. So we collaborated with them. And from there, our designing evolved. And from there, you can see there's a lot of designing elements in all the products. And then we also have a manufacturing plant, also have a display center in IMT Manesar. So yes, now you can continue.
Aditya, you want to cover this part?
So what I will do, yeah, I'll just explain one by one slides. Yeah, you can just maybe change the slide. So yes, we do three kind of products primarily. So one of the product which we do is steel doors. Steel doors is a standard product for the customers who are making their houses and they just want room doors, bathroom doors, and entrance doors. Another vertical we do is aluminum entrance doors. When we talk about aluminum entrance doors, these are generally high-end doors which are made for big heights, also which are made for the system hardwares. When we make any door, so our aspiration is to create the best door with best possible hardware and best possible design. Also, the third product which we do is railing balustrades. So, what are railing balustrades? Railing balustrades are generally pillars which we put on every step of the railing. So, we design some of the balustrades in aluminium and brass. Yes. So these are three products, yes. So product portfolio, like I told you, why I prefer steel doors, because steel doors is not only a very good solution, but also we are protecting the nature because we are just preventing wood from being cut. So these are environment friendly, also long lasting, because in metal doors there is no issue of termite, seepage. So it's a very durable product. Similarly, when we talk about aluminum entrance doors, so people who are making double heighted entrances and they're making big luxury villas and they just want to put some grand product in their entrance. So this is what we are serving in aluminum entrance doors. Yes, aluminum entrance doors are customizable. There are a lot of finishes options available like liquid metal. You can go for brass finish. You can go for patina, rustic. So there are a number of finishes which we can do on aluminum entrance doors. When we talk about steel doors, so steel doors is a very, very sophisticated product. When we talk about hardware, when we talk about hinges, door frame, every door is ready to install. In nowadays, like everybody is working, so people don't have time to just invest with their carpenters, painters, and depend on many people. So we are solving that problem. Also, steel doors has a very high demand in residential and commercial, because in commercials also there's a lot of constraint of time. We have to complete the project within the given timelines, and there has to be sort of standardization in every product. This is what we are serving. So yes, as this slide shows, steel and aluminum doors. So steel and aluminum doors fit in individual houses as people are opting these for their homes. Also the mass housing. When we talk about mass housing, like building a society or maybe building a project, so there our product suits very well because builders generally don't have time and energy to invest in each and every product. Despite of doing all these activities, they just build another projects and we just supply them products like doors. Also, educational institutions like schools, we are already serving. Hospitals, yes, we can serve. We already serve them doors. These doors are made for the large scale developments, repeatable specifications, time sensitive projects, and cost control builds. Yes. uh, what is the brand USP of Railingo? What makes us different is design led, because in India, people are very focused on the designs. People want best design and best fabrication. So in India, people have a very high expectation from their home. It is not made generally for the usage. It's like it's an emotion for them. Also, we are giving modular systems. So modular systems means they do not have to find each and every part of door, maybe another way. So they just rely on us and we'll give them complete door. Also, we have a global sourcing. So the hardware which we are currently using in the doors is sourced from globally. So we have some of our OEMs in Poland. We have some of the designers in Italy. Also, we have a plant in Vietnam. So from each and every part of the world, we are trying to find out the best product fit for our products. All the doors you can see are factory made. So when we talk about factory made, so these are made by the machinery. So the accuracy level will be relatively very high. These are all ready to install products. So we have as of now three display centers. One of the display center is in Meerut. So Meerut display center is primarily focused on the steel doors, as you can see in some of the pictures. Also, we have a display center of 10,000 square feet in the Gurugram. So in Gurugram, we have a number of steel doors as well as we have some of the high-end aluminum doors. So in this display, if you have any time to visit this, so you can see complete range of doors. Also, we have a display center in Bhopal. In Bhopal, also we have steel doors as well as aluminium entrance doors. Also, our one of the display center is coming in Dehradun, Uttarakhand capital. So that display will be live in maybe February 15th, somewhere. So this is the manufacturing and supply. Also, our main strength is the systems and operations, which we have built over time. Because our business is very much process driven. So if any investor is taking a franchisee of or any customer who is buying the product for their homes feels very relaxed because of standard operating procedures. This is what we're trying to show in this slide as well. So we have a global sourcing, Manesa facility, factory finished products, final delivery. Yeah. There is an important question like which as an investor you might feel that whether architect's gonna choose us or not, or what attracts architects or builders to choose Railingo. So for example, Nikhil is an architect, he can understand maybe better. So as an architect, there are a lot of aspects which we have to take care of. In one side, there are a lot of contractors and there is no accountability. For example, if I am the architect and I have designed a door, so there is no certainty if I would get same or not. It depends on various factors. So this is the problem which we are solving by the single point accountability, which is Railingo, which takes the full responsibility. Also, there is no site on-site fabrication. On-site fabrication is very complex. There's a lot of issues like सामान इधर से उधर हो रहा है, like maybe labor is not coming, maybe monsoon, lot of issues, and no consistency because lack of machinery is there. Also fast project timelines. So if I'm architect, I can sit back and relax. Okay, now my doors and my other aspects will be taken care by Railingo. I don't have to worry about minute detailing. Also finish matches approved designs. So this is the problem which we are which we are solving. Yeah. So, what is the USP of Railingo? Why partner with us? First of all, our brand is design led, so we focus on designs a lot. We do a lot of R&D, design innovation. Also, we have a global manufacturing. So when we talk about global manufacturing, so we are just sourcing the best possible hardware and best possible systems for our product. Third, our business is SOP driven. SOP is a very important element for running any store. So if you're taking a franchisee, so you get playbooks of operations, you get a lot of other things which helps you to run operations very successfully. Also, the ticket size of the door is big. So we are selling doors maybe starts from 3 lakh rupees and will go up to like 20-25 lakh rupees. Also, inventory, when we talk about inventory, so in aluminum entrance door, there is no as such inventory required. But when we talk about steel doors, yes, there is inventory required. That is also, we just back inventory with the data for the fast moving inventory. Sixth point is proven market validation. Yes, we have been working in this industry for years. We have done many projects. So our product is very much liked by the customers. That is why we're getting so many referrals as well. So these are 6 points which may be a very important for taking the franchisee. When we talk about competitive landscape, so first of all, I believe that as a brand, we just focus on us. We just focus on becoming the better version of ourselves. So we just our USP, our competitive advantage is the design language and the innovation which we put into, also the systems, also the we do modular scopes, like we do everything custom and everything in our factory, so there is no on-site fabrication and other aspects. This is the main USP. So as you can see, the parameters we have compared, like for the just for the understanding for the investors. So parameter, like you can say design approach. When we compare like local fabricators, so they are like highly inconsistent and utility driven. Also, when we talk about modular door brand, so if any door brand is there, so they are limited to some categories. And also third category is European door brands. So when we talk about countries like US, when we talk about countries in Europe like Poland and Italy, so there are a lot of people are already using metal doors because there is no manpower available like in India. So There, the design language is good, but relatively prices are relatively high because that doors are not made for the Indian market. They are made for the US, and their paying capacity is much more higher. So that gap Relingo is solving. We are giving them design-led, system-driven gate doors, especially made for the Indian market. And also when we talk about product scope, like yes, we are doing customization as well. Also in standard doors, we have a lot of varieties. Quality consistency. So quality consistency is the aspect which we are which on which we are continuously working. It's not a one day job, and I believe quality consistency is a lifelong learning process in which we have already developed many SOPs and systems by which we are doing the quality controls. Also the installation, we have collaborated with some experts pan India, by which we are issuing some certification. Also we are helping the partners to do successful installations. Scalability, yes, we are already scaling, so scalability is a challenge which we have already sorted. When we talk about lead time, when we are making any custom doors, so lead time may be high because there are many aspects which we have to take care of. But yes, our lead time is transparent and very much predictable. That is the main thing which we are solving. Brand structure, as a brand structure, we are very much organized in terms of processes, in terms of systems, and we are always focusing on the best design and best innovation. So this is the strategic positioning of Railingo, where we are fulfilling the gap of where we are trying to deliver the aspiration of every Indian household who is building their dreams. So we are giving them engineered hardware, we are giving them best technology, we are giving them best designs possible through SOPs and systems. This is the brand positioning of Railingo. Investment criteria, I would like you to explain. Yeah.
So, in both combined as well as steel verticals, the brand is launching themselves through 4-4 model, franchise owned, franchise operated. Uh, the ones that are there on the screen are the investment details of combined verticals, which has steel and aluminum doors together. For this kind of an outlet, the recommended market is strategic tier one or metro cities or larger market which have a high end spending capacity, because these doors are not cheap. The average price of these kind of doors start with the Aditya, if I'm not wrong, it starts with 3 lakh rupees.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So high-end, customers. That's why metro and tier one cities are the targeted cities, targeted areas for combined verticals franchise outlets. For setting up a combined vertical outlet, a carpet area is required of about 5,000 square feet, in which there will be a 3,000 square feet front door display area and 2,000 square feet worth of a warehouse. Now, capex to set up this kind of a store, it will require about 27 plus 7.2 lakh rupees, which will go into setting up the warehouse as well as the front outlet. Franchise fee is charged 5 lakh rupees by the brand, which is non-refundable. And initial inventory for steel doors, which includes display plus sales, is about 7.94 lakhs plus 15.22 lakhs. So 15.22 lakhs would be the sales inventory, and the franchise partner has to spend about 8 lakh rupees for display inventory as well for steel doors. For aluminum doors, there would be around 27 lakhs worth of inventory, which will combine both display as well as sales. Now, investment criteria, as in the total investment for a unit franchisee for combined verticals, would be around 90 to 91 lakh rupees, depending on which city and location you are choosing to set up the outlet. Gross margin for the franchise partner for steel doors would be around 30%. For aluminum doors, it's slightly higher, about 40%. Payback period for a combined vertical outlet is 17 months, which is derived from the actuals from our existing stores in different locations, different parts of the country. IRR on total investment, which is about 90 lakh rupees. So you can recover 90% of this amount within first year itself. So 90% is the IRR On combined verticals, contract period is standard as 5 years, which can be renewed once you've completed your tenure successfully in the first term. Yeah, like I said, our operating terms are falling under 4-4 model, in which I believe everybody knows owning, renting out a property, paying out the deposit, store setup includes the interiors, furniture, spending into IT, POS software, hardware, branding expenses, franchise fees, store insurance, operating expenses to run the store, marketing on the local level, logistics, discounts, and end of season sale is a dedicated part of our franchise partner. Marketing on the centralized level would be a part of Railingo's responsibilities. Revenue source to the franchisee would be gross margin. Agreement term, again, 5 years, and renewal terms can be discussed uh, at the time of renewal at the agreeable points of both the parties. Yeah, this I've already covered. Okay, so with the combined vertical, like I said, our first focus would be on the tier one and metro cities, but we can also target a few high-end, high-income grossing tier two cities as well. Aditya, these cities were decided by your team?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So, I would like to tell you that how we have decided these cities. So, in the phase one, we are launching in tier one and tier two and emerging cities. Also, we
Mhm.
have when we talk about tier three cities as well, so there is a lot of land available. People living in tier three cities are also making very big villas. So, they can afford entrance doors as well. But yes, in the phase one of the rollout, we are planning for tier one, tier two, and emerging cities in which people can initially just explore some expensive doors. But yes, sooner or later, we will be going in every part of India.
Okay. So in North, we have dedicated focus on Delhi NCR, then Tri-City, which has Amritsar, Chandigarh, Panchkula, Mohali also, because people have good spending capacity there and they believe in building big villas. So obviously, combined verticals would be a suitable, setup there. Then Jaipur, Lucknow, Patna, Ranchi, Jamshedpur, Kolkata, Raipur, Bhubaneswar, Indore, Nagpur, Surat, Ahmedabad, and then in West, Bombay, Pune. In South, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Kochi, and Coimbatore are the cities that we would be happily, having a discussion with our potential franchise partners and would like to close some deals. Okay, like we've already discussed, tier one cities are our high priority because of the premium demand and strong architect ecosystem by the brand itself. By Delhi NCR, because luxury housing, design-led decision making, people are also very design, focused there. They believe in spending, good amount on great quality and designs which are not very common. Bombay metropolitan region, highest purchasing power. Redevelopment projects are many here. Bangalore, NRI driven demand. Premium villas are also there. Hyderabad, again, rapid real estate growth zones. Pune, luxury townships, tech driven buyers. Ahmedabad, strong bungalow market, security focused buyers. If we talk about basically Tri-City, Chandigarh, Mohali, and Panchkula, all these cities have affordable luxury and rising, brand acceptance. Same is the case with Indore and Jaipur as well. And there are certain emerging cities as well, what Aditya said, uh, which has good spending capacity. There will be limited number of villas or projects that we will be closing, but these cities have good potential in future to scale our business into. Okay, Aditya, you want to cover this?
Yeah. So, like our target ecosystem in every part of the city is real estate developers also. Also, the architectural and design-led entrepreneurs. So, it covers all the interior designers and some of the civil engineers as well who are running their firms. Also, third of our target audience is construction and EPC contractors. Fourth, building materials and industrial product distribution. Also, some of the entrepreneurs who are building their homes and also the homeowners. So we have a wide spectrum of the target audience in which anybody who is making any commercial or residential property. So we are targeting them. Yeah, because we are working as their team. We are not only providing them a solution, but also trying to help them to save their time and find the better product for their clients or for their homes. So this is the centralized fulfillment method in which we are any of the partner who is investing in our business do not have to worry about manufacturing anything. So every door they will get from us will be packed in a box. So they do not have to worry about that. I have to fix this. I have to fix that. Also, the marketing and branding support is provided by us. Also, SOP and team training. So we generally do certification of salespeople as well. Also, we do certification of each and every staff or team member who is in our showrooms. Also, we provide them standard operating procedures and guidelines for successfully running the store operations. So this is the model which we are currently using. So first step is the staff training, where we help the investors finding the best staff, best team for them, as well as help them to train about the product, about the sales pitch, about other aspects. Also, the technology foundation. So, managing the store, managing the KRA, KPIs, and other aspects of the stores need some technology. So, we help them to source to find the best technology. Third, we give them also operation manuals in which they do not have to worry about much aspects of the stores. The problems which we have already sorted out, they can easily learn from them. Uh, Fourth will be the digital lead generation. So we help the investors for generating the leads. Fifth is marketing assets. So all the catalogs, all the brochures, leaflets, designing, we will be providing to them so they can just get it printed. Brand authority, so we just providing them the brand, for their area so they can use the brand trust for selling the products. So this is how we are just trying to enable the franchisee. This is a very important question, like what is the franchisee selection criteria? So we are looking for someone who is strategically fit. Strategically means like they might have prior experience of running business operations, or they maybe, so much have enthusiasm of they, or they have knowledge how to run it. So this is a strategic fit. Second is the financial fit. Yes, this is also very, financially we have to take care if that person is able to manage the finances in a long run, because gradually we will be scaling the business, so business will grow. So this is very important aspect. So third is operational fit, because operations is also very important for us. When we talk about operations, like all the standard procedures like managing the CRM and other aspects is also important. Fourth is the market fit. Market fit is like people who are taking the franchisee should have good knowledge of the area. Either they can hire someone who has a good knowledge of that particular area where the projects are coming, where the societies are being built. This is also a very important aspect. So these four parameters we are generally considering. Yeah, this is, I think, this is something you can explain maybe.
Okay. So basically, once the once the franchisee has already signed contract with the brand, there are a few obligations that the franchise partner has to adhere to or oblige to. Although these clauses will be covered in detail in our franchise agreement, but I will still give you a glance over it. So basically, whatever IP, trademarks, brand logo that will be shared with the franchise partner. Um, should be used by the franchise by the brand should be used by the franchise partner. So franchise partner can use Railingo approved trademarks, logos, brand name, and IP addresses. No unauthorized brand usage or modification will be allowed in any condition. Then marketing and brand compliances. So a franchise partner has to follow Railingo's marketing, branding, and communication guidelines, without which they cannot do any kind of promotion in the market. Maintain showroom and local branding as per the specifications given by the brand. Product exclusivity. So offer and promote only Railingo's products, which goes by default. No parallel or competing product lines will be offered in the outlet. Then records and reporting. So maintaining business records, sales records basically as per Railingo's standards, and share them time to time. Share the operational and financial reports as and when required. Then company assets, safeguard Railingo own assets if they are giving any promotional materials, any collaterals to their franchise partner. You have to safeguard them, keep them safe, ensure proper usage with care and security. And lastly, but most important part, franchise fee. Pay the one-time non-refundable franchise fee and comply with all the commercial terms outlined under the agreement. These, like I said, can be discussed in detail once you are sitting across the table and closing the deal before signing the agreement. Now, do you want to cover the ideal partner profile,
Yeah, I
Aditya?
think we have already covered like strong network and then execution capability, business mindset, financial strength, and process driven.
Done. I'll skip this. These are a few pictures of their uh, workshops that the brand has conducted. These are the few pictures from them. This is how Railingo's team currently looks like. Aditya?
So this is the best time to start the store as the real estate market is already booming. Also, there has been after the COVID, the people have shifted their mindset of saving money to investing their homes, and everybody now wants best quality of life of and also best quality of their homes. So we are serving them. Also, there's a lot of shift towards the modular systems. So nowadays people are going for modular kitchens. Everybody wants ready-made products. So people are already shifting toward modular systems. Also, we are doing good national presence. Also, we are doing good marketing. So this is also very important aspect. So anybody who's looking can start now. Yeah.
This is how brand's leadership team looks like. So Miss Doug Boyle is the CEO of the brand. Then we have Mr. Nikhil Verma with us. Yeah, who's Mr. Nikhil Verma, who's the COO of the brand. Then we have Aditya Goel with us, who's been presenting uh, the deck, who's the CIO of the company. Then they have Mr. Pradeep Goel, manufacturing head. They have Namit Chawla ji, who is the CEO of the company. Then Mr. Mihir Sen, who's the CSO of the company. And lastly, Ms. Neha Sharma, who's the CMO of the company. And that's how we conclude the presentation. Although we are still pending with the investment details of only the steel doors outlet. I will quickly give you a gist over this as well. So earlier I presented the investment details of combined verticals, which will offer both aluminum doors as well as steel doors. But the company also has a provision to run the franchisees with a slightly lower investment and offering only the steel doors. So for this, the recommended market would be Pan India because it's cost efficient. The product price is designed in a way that it will target a larger audience, larger market with economies of scale in mind. So cost efficient growth market, pan India, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, all the cities would be good to open steel doors outlets. For this, the carpet area required would be about 3,000 square feet, which will equally be divided between the store, front display store, as well as the warehouse. Now, capex to set up this kind of a store would be around 21 lakh rupees, which includes both setting up the warehouse as well as the display outlet. Franchise fee for this is slightly lesser than the combined verticals. The brand is charging only 3 lakh rupees as franchise fee. Initial inventory for display and sales remains the same, which I had said earlier. Display inventory for steel doors would be about 7.94, summing up as 8 lakh rupees, and the sales inventory would be of about 15.22 lakhs rupees. Now, a total investment of a steel door unit franchisee would reach up to 48.15 lakh rupees. Again, this can be slightly go up or down depending on which location or which city you're choosing to set up your outlet in. Gross profit margin on steel doors is 30%. Payback period in steel door vertical is 23 months. And IRR on total investment is 66% with a 5-year contract plan. Now we are open to take up questions on both verticals. If anybody has any questions around the investment details or brand support, we would be happy to answer those.
Yeah, keep it like this. Yeah. So, right. So we are now ready to, for all the questions and the answers. I can see lots of questions already in the Q&A. But before that, before we take those questions, I would like to also add here that, the India's constructions and the real estate market is going through a clear shift. People are now moving away from unorganized on-site fabrications and now choosing organized and design-led building solution instead. With the rapid urbanization, growing demand for premium homes, gated community teas, and commercial projects, architects and developers are now expect factory finished, standardized, and visually superior metal products. Traditional on-site fabrication is increasingly seen as the risky because of the inconsistent quality, project delays, and heavy dependence on the labors. And this particular shift has created a strong demand for ready-to-install metal doors, railings, facades, and partitions, which is exactly where Railingo fits in. As Tier 1, Tier 2 cities continues to see steady real estate growth, organized architectural metal solutions presents a large, scalable, and the long-term business opportunity. And that is what you can get it by having a collaboration with this Railingo brand. There is an absolutely a first mover advantage you have in case if you would like to go with this brand. I mean, I probably have done 700, the webinars. I have not seen any such brand so far, right? I think it is indeed a great opportunity. And in case if you would like to go for this, my request is to please get in touch with the numbers which was shown early, or you can also, Abhinav, in case if you can share your number in the chat box, so that we can have a detailed discussion with the co-founders and we can have more clarity about the opportunities size. Now, in case if maybe Nikhil or Aditya you would like to take the questions that we have in the Q&A box. Right. So there is first question I can see here from Mohit Jindal. He's asking what is the difference between you and the Tata Pravesh? Any comment from your side?
Yeah. So I believe everybody who is doing steel doors is doing great thing. So first of all, when we talk about Tata, Parvesh and us, so we as a brand stand out for the designing, also the best hardware. Also, when we compare us with the brands like Tata, so they are not offering high-end aluminum doors. Our brand positioning and our target audience is those people who have an aspiration of building good homes. At the same time, they just want designing best systems in their door. So we as a brand, with the help of Nikhil, we just put so much efforts in the designing. And I also have a experience of sourcing, exploring different brands, exploring different products. So our main differentiator is the product, number one. Our main differentiator is the customization that we offer, number two. Number three is innovation. Because companies like us invest a lot of time in innovating the product. So this is a gap which we are solving between Tata and us. So these are three aspects on which we are better. Your voice is not audible, yeah.
Right. Let's go on to the next question by Mr. Harsh Datta. He's asking the brand name itself is intriguing, gives a sense that you are defining the retail grammar in building solution industry. Would you like to know the top two inputs KPIs from the investor in Railingo stores? Also, is there scope for me in Navi Mumbai to be able to close potential investors? Or maybe like, I mean, you know, do we have how do you soon how do you see Navi Mumbai as an opportunity, by the way?
Navi Mumbai is a very good opportunity. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Navi Mumbai is a very good opportunity because there are two reasons for the Navi Mumbai. First of all, there because of ocean, there's a lot of moisture in the temperature. So because of moisture, wooden doors are not the best fit for the Navi Mumbai. Number one. And number two, why Navi Mumbai is a very good opportunity? Because Navi Mumbai people, most of the people are working. If there are like two people or three people in the home, so females are also working and males are also working comparatively to other cities. So they do not
Mhm.
have time for spending with contractors and other stuff. Also,
True.
third, cities like Navi Mumbai, people are already adopting new technologies, new startups like Urban Clap. So their adoption curve is very high. So we can leverage that adoption curve for our brand as well.
Right. Yeah, I totally, agree with you. I mean, Mumbai people really don't have that much of time to get that done, from the local, people. I mean, it is better to, order it and then get this done. These are the okay. How many? What do you call it? As a store or maybe experience center you have, by the way, in
As
total?
of now, yeah, as of now, we have two company-owned stores. One is in Meerut and another is in Gurugram. Also, we have a store in Bhopal. Also, we are coming up with a new store in Dehradun. So our idea was to first run successfully one store, which was our first store in Bhopal.
Mm-hmm.
After that, got success, then we start making others. So this is how our ideology works. We do not believe in rapid expansion. First, we need to just get one, two franchisees successfully running the business. In fact, our own stores. Now we are ready for launching the Pan India.
Right. Hope that answers your question, Nihal. Nihal, we already have discussed one competitor. I mean, would you like to elaborate more on your competitors? Like who do you see your competitors and how you're better than them?
Um, our competition is not brands. Our competition is somewhere you can say designers, some of the high-end designers maybe who have some of the capability of designing. So we just see them like opportunity. So we just trying to collaborate with them. And our another competition is you can say some of the European brands. Like I told you, there are many brands in Poland, Italy, and some of the parts of US. So they are also doing pretty good in this space. But their main problem is they are not designing for the Indian market. Indian market is unique in terms of designing because here people have a really different taste
Hmm.
for products. Also, the pricing is very important.
True.
So the European brands are priced maybe from our pricing they are maybe 3x or maybe 4 times the price of our products. So this is the main problem which we are trying to solve. We are trying to bridge that kind of product in Indian designing, in Indian concepts.
Right. So the next question is like, what is the total turnaround time? Nikita, I mean, so we probably have already discussed the payback period. Uh, in case if you would like to elaborate that, Nikita, the turnaround time for both the models.
Like I said, for the combined verticals, you will be able to recover your entire investment within the period of 17 months. Basically, if we look at the IRR, which is 90% for combined verticals, which means you will be able to recover 90% of 90 lakh rupees within first year itself. And then remaining 10% will be soon recovered within the first quarter of the next year. That's how the payback period becomes 17 months. And for the steel door, it's slightly higher because the price range is also lower here. For the steel doors, the total investment is about 48 lakh, 48.15 lakh to be precise, which can be recovered within 23 months worth of period. And IRR is 66%.
Right, thanks. There is also a question related to the stock delivery, like how would you be managing it? Do you have any existing, framework?
But sorry, is this question for me?
No, this is for Nikhil or maybe Aditya can, answer. Like,
Just
what is so it is related to delivery to the remote, places. What is your delivery mechanism? Um,
okay. So for the delivery, we have collaborated with top-notch logistic companies, pan India. Also, our factory and warehouse is in IMT Manesar, which
mhm.
is the hub for many automobile companies as well. So we have a well connectivity of all the logistics. So if anybody wants maybe three doors of anybody or anybody wants truckload, managing the logistics from IMT Manesar is relatively very easy.
Okay.
Is there anything related to this question?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Apart
Sorry.
from that, would you also have a territory exclusivity provided? Like, what is your plan? Like, for example, in case if anyone is in Lucknow, so is it only going to be the one taking care of your business, or like you will also have multiple franchisee? How's your plan for this?
Yeah, I think this question I would like to answer by the Nikhil because he is also on the call. So if you can take it forward.
Yes, I would like to answer this question. Absolutely. So exclusivity means there is a barrier for everyone, right? And because some cities like Lucknow, you mentioned, Lucknow is also considered in the metropolitan cities, and it's a big city. So it is no exclusivity for anyone, and it is always the result oriented things. So we want that the performance should be there, and every franchisee should deliver to the best to the customers.
All right, great. Okay, so probably we already have almost answered all the questions, but I still believe that 1 hour is not good enough to give everything, all the answers of your questions that you may have. It is better to get in touch with us separately, but yes, we tried our level best to provide you the everything, all the details about this particular brand and the business opportunities. As I told you that this is absolutely a growing market, lots of reason for going this particular the business opportunity. You will not only have the first mover advantage, but you will also have a category where we really have no organized brand. Apart from that, being a French, I mean, since this is a centralized design, manufacturing, and manufacturing kind of concept where you don't have to worry about the inventory. There's no risk related to that. You being a franchisee, you just need to focus on sales, building relationship, and project acquisition rather than looking into the production. So you don't have to focus there. You just need to focus on sales. That's it. Everything will be delivered by the brand. Um, Apart from that, the brand is an architect and the developer friendly, right? Which offers standardized design, predictable delivery timelines, and of course, the consistency in the quality. Overall, the brand is also going to help you with all the supports that you would require, right? Design engineering to product training, the SOP, the CRMs, the marketing tools, execution support. So, I mean, all these supports makes it suitable even for the first time entrepreneur in the construction space. However, our preference is, of course, going with the someone who already have experience, who's someone already working in this particular field. These people can be the best suited investors for us. So that's what we are focusing at. So I think before we end this webinar, I mean, in case if maybe Mihir or Aditya or Nikhil would like to end this session with your closing remarks.
Mihir, would you like to add
Just,
something?
just from my side, I just would like everyone to know this is an ongoing conversation, right? We can set up the channel. I know there'll be a lot of questions, and a 1 hour session might not be enough to, convey everything. So we can have separate Q&As as well, and we can also share some FAQs so that it'll help people truly understand the brand, where it's going, what the identity is, apart from all the numbers. I know how important the numbers are, right? To understand the scope of the opportunity. I think that will bring out the true opportunity as compared to just looking at the numbers. So looking forward to a lot more conversations with everyone. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Anything from your side, maybe Nikhil or Aditya?
Yeah, we would definitely love to just whatever we have a vision that we can deliver the same vision to almost everyone for every partner who will just going to be associated with us. And thank you so much for the franchise India with that.
Great. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Nikhil, Aditya, and Mihir for joining us, talking about your, the brand, the business opportunity that you are providing. And it is indeed a great opportunity, right? I would also like to thank my colleague Nikita and Abhinav for joining me and helping me through me running this, this webinar. Thanks so much, guys, for joining and helping me. So I think that's it for the day. See you tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care. Have a nice day ahead. Thanks. Bye.